It's written that there's a torrent of evil that circles the whole world. What if that's not TV spooky shit, but what if that was a physical element, like the hacking material itself? Well, the hacking material itself that hacks our living computers, that hacks first the electromagnetic pulse in the earth, that is our truth and wisdom. That is the conduit that allows that from the seed of spiritual life offered to each one of us, but only on loan. The seed's on loan. It's about to be recalled as that loan, like a bank loan. And he won't be cold, he won't be harsh. It'll just be black and white to the perfect light, hey? There's no gray areas for him to think through. And that gray area that's been allowed is part of that torrent of evil. It's darkness. It's the darkness of the light of the emotional truth of self when you experience brand new shit. Like the evil we're experiencing in the world, right? As we sit here and witness it on the pedophile machine, I like to call it, because it's a fucking pedophile machine that uses the human will removal formula, and it gets people to turn from their perfect light into a shade of darkness that is so despicable and so filthy, while they think it's the good thing to do, like this faggot thing, who many of them are pedophiles. I can't really see one who doesn't get... You go to a fucking classroom because you're given permission like that. You go because you're turned on by children. The sexual drive is a powerful fucking thing. And anybody who wants to be sexual in front of a child like that is pedophilic. They're fucking pedophiles. And now they're going to encourage pedophilia on that flag color thing. There's a reason why that goat head figure that represents evil, the devil, has tits. He wants everybody to be a fag, all the men to be fags. Because he's a fag. Naas is a faggot. Okay? He's a fucking pedophile fucking faggot. And he turns people into pedophile fucking faggots based on their early childhood programming. And that's how we get trapped. In childhood. Emotional puppetry. Deceit, manipulation. I hate that stuff. When I first discovered it, I started using it when I was a boy. The transference of that human will removal formula that makes you talk in that language and speech pattern of the cunning deception of emotional manipulation of human truth and trust, leveraged by the fear of loss is something specific to the emotional need and its physical safety element. That's the deceit manipulation of your emotional structure when somebody's trying to fuck you over, rape you, pedophile the children born in your heart's thought, spiritual children, in the immaculate conception between you and your life source. And because you know that, you got to discipline your own fucking children that way. It's your emotional truth, say yes, it's there, and the parent's going to deal with that. You're the parent. Your intellectual wisdom will parent those children. That's real. And if your intellectual wisdom has been programmed to go into that self-destruction of a lowered self-worth, then you're fucked in darkness. Emotional darkness is the infection to God because it translates itself immediately into the spiritual darkness of a human being, of that uniqueness element. Now, if you want to keep it, then you will return to he says return to the child, but that means is return to your purity of truth. Return to, and what comes with that, which is what you're afraid of returning to. Because all you know is from your innocence, pain comes. So you protect your innocence like a parent. protects his or her spiritual daughter or and spiritual son. You see? You won't let the pedophile at them. It's internal, invisible, and non-physical. Spiritual influence, just like truth is, and emotional truth is, non-physical, but you know it's there. But so is the darkness of your emotional truth. And it's there because of that torrent of evil that is the hacking power of the living computers our bodies are. And anything that's programmable is completely and innocently reprogrammable. You can save your own fucking ass. Actually, that's the requirement. You gotta save your own ass from this pedophilic element of evil torrent. It's pedophilic. If you survive the cunning deception of emotional manipulation of human truth and trust, lavished by the fear of loss of something specific to the emotional need and its physical safety element, all the while having your self-worth targeted to be lowered. See, that's important. It's all important to understand, but you become an emotional puppet that way. With your mother then being not your emotional wisdom anymore, but your fear. Your fear of, and all of it is rooted in the fear of rejection. Because what we get as children, ages 1 through 5, is not the acknowledgement model of being parented, which takes the entire community, not just the parents. And because it's not like that right now, all we have are children sacrificed all over the fucking place physically, because we sacrifice our children, our spiritual children, spiritually, emotionally. All this information had been robbed from us. Somebody stashed the information in a cave. Oh, poor guy though, right? The fucking army, Roman army's coming after him. His last-ditch effort to save humanity, and he pulled it off, motherfucker. Hey, I love that guy. And all it was some fucking, I bet you it was some kind of servant or something to one of the higher priests in that Gnostic understanding of life, who were so hardcore. And I think they were called the Essenes, but they were seriously hardcore fucking, look, fuck darkness, we're never going to do it. And they would keep the hunger from them that way because they believed so strongly in God, but went fanatic with it, thank God. But anyway, it got in my heart that there was some peasant's boy or something like that, someone of the unsuspecting type, that was enabled in that sense to scoop, right? To scoop the Dead Sea Scrolls, sneak them out of there, and hide them in a cave. That's remarkable. Anyway, if you return to the child, return to your purity, and learn how to work through it. As inside the skill set of the balanced, determined self, which really is only just a few self-expression skills. That's all it is, and balancing skills internal.